Good Wednesday, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Conversations Daily News. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. We, of course, have your news headlines coming up on this hump day. We have the Truth of the Day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich, and today in an entertainment spotlight, you're being part of my conversation with entrepreneur Deneka Kelly, talking about what it's been like for her to see the growth of her business, even in the age of COVID. Enjoy today's broadcast. For Conversations Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with your Wednesday headlines. In Mississippi news, Mississippi COVID-19 vaccinations expanded to include teachers and first responders. Governor Tate Reeves announced on Tuesday that teachers and first responders will be able to get a COVID-19 vaccination starting March 1st. Thousands of appointments will be open today, Reeves said. Teachers, first responders, and others who are eligible can call a number to be able to set up an appointment or visit covidvaccine.umc.edu. Mississippi saw a steep decline in COVID-19 vaccinations last week as several drive-through vaccination sites were closed because of freezing temperatures and icy roads. The State Department of Health said Monday that 32,540 vaccinations were given in the state during the week that ended on last Saturday. That's down from 106,691 the previous week, which was Mississippi's busiest week for the vaccinations. The department said it is automatically rescheduling appointments that had to be canceled. More people than usual are being scheduled for COVID-19 vaccinations in the state this week, and some appointments will be during the weekend. In more COVID-19 news, drug executives say big jump in vaccine supply is coming soon. COVID-19 vaccine makers told Congress on Tuesday to expect a big jump in the delivery of doses over the coming month, and the companies insist they will be able to provide enough for most Americans to get inoculated by summer. By the end of March, Pfizer and Moderna expect to have provided the U.S. government with a total of 220 million vaccine doses, up sharply from the roughly 75 million shipped so far. We do believe we're on track, said Moderna's president, outlining ways the company has ramped up production. We think we're at a very good spot. That's not counting a third vaccine from Johnson & Johnson that's expected to get a green light from regulators soon. The Biden administration said on Tuesday that it expects about 2 million doses of that vaccine to be shipped in the first week, but the company told lawmakers it should provide enough of the single-dose option for 20 million people by the end of March. Looking ahead to summer, Pfizer and Moderna expect to complete delivery of 300 million doses each, and Johnson & Johnson aims to provide an additional 100 million doses. That would be more than enough to vaccinate every American adult, the goal set by the Biden administration. In more national news, no charges against officers involved in Daniel-Prude's death. Police officers shown on body camera video holding Daniel-Prude down naked and handcuffed on a city street last winter until he stopped breathing will not face criminal charges, according to a grand jury decision announced on Tuesday. The 41-year-old man's death last March sparked nightly protests in Rochester, New York, after the video was released nearly 6 months later, with demonstrators demanding a reckoning for police and city officials. The state attorney general, whose office took over the prosecution and impaneled the grand jury, said her office presented the strongest case possible, and she was extremely disappointed by the decision. The criminal justice system has frustrated efforts to hold law enforcement officers accountable for the unjustified killing of African Americans, and what binds these cases is a tragic loss of life in circumstances in which the death could have been avoided, the state attorney said in a statement. In more national news, the Associated Press shares takeaways from Congress' first hearing on Capitol riot. Security officials testifying at Congress' first hearing on the deadly siege of the Capitol cast blame and pointed fingers on Tuesday, but also acknowledged they were woefully unprepared for the violence. Senators drilled down on the stunning security failure and missed warning signs as rioters loyal to former President Donald Trump stormed the Capitol on January the 6th in a misguided attempt to stop lawmakers from certifying President Joe Biden's election. 5 people died in the attack, including a Capitol Police officer. The security officials lost their jobs, and Trump was impeached by the House on a charge of inciting the insurrection, the deadliest attack on Congress in 200 years. Intelligence warnings of an armed uprising by extremist groups heading to the Capitol didn't rise to the level of alarm or even get past up the chain of command in time for the January 6th, the hearing found. Critically, a key warning flare from the FBI field office in Virginia of a war on the Capitol was sent the night before to the Capitol Police Intelligence Division. but then Capitol Police Chief Stephen Sun testified that he only learned about it the day before Tuesday's hearing. And finally, in more national news, Tiger Woods seriously injured in crash on steep LA area road. Tiger Woods was seriously injured on Tuesday when his SUV crashed into a median, rolled over, and ended up on its side on a steep roadway in suburban Los Angeles, known for wrecks, authorities said. The golf superstar had to be pulled out through the windshield, and his agent said he was undergoing leg surgery. Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. It's now time for the Truth of the Day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich. Mary Ellen, take it away.
Hi, this is Mary Ellen with your Truth of the Day. Learn to appreciate the flow of giving. The act of giving and receiving are intimately intertwined. Yet you cannot attract abundance by simply giving gifts to all you meet. You will find yourself wallowing in disappointment when you do not receive the expected result. An error in judgment occurs when you think the only way you deserve a gift is to give one first. When you laden your gifts with expectations or motives, it ceases to become a gift. An expectation might be as simple as a thank you note or, well, I gave you a gift on your birthday, where's mine? Both of the above statements are societal teachings gone wrong. Give to someone because it comes from your heart, because you want to, or because it is what God asks of you in this moment. Today, appreciate the flow of reciprocal abundance as a gift in itself, and enjoy your day.
Deneka Kelly is featured in today's Entertainment Spotlight, right here on Conversations Daily News. For Conversations Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with the Entertainment Spotlight. Deneka Kelly, the owner of A Piece of Cake in Mississippi, joined me recently on Conversations Live, the radio show, to talk about what it's been like for her to see the growth in her business since it began in 2018. Here's a bit of our conversation.
It's been a minute because it was December 2018 when we last had you on the program. What was it like for you to kind of see all that you've been able to do since you first launched your business?
It's almost overwhelming because this was just a seed planted by my aunt that pretty much knew what I was capable of. I was like, you're crazy. I can't do that. And she was like, go for it, do it. So I went for it, and I've been going since.
I want to talk about the love of cooking for you because I think, you cannot do what you do without the love. When did you first realize that love that you had for cooking?
It's been with me for forever. Watching people cook when I was younger or cooking with my family, and when I got married and I started cooking more, I realized, this is a stress reliever. And over time, I got better and better. They say the more you do it, the better you get. That's basically what happened with me. And most of the time, everything is my own recipe.
Wow. And the recipes, let's just talk about that, because one of the things that it's been, as a customer of yours, I can say this, your menu has definitely changed from when you first launched in 2018. But what has the business part of it been like for you to balance?
Between having a family and children, I basically just have to plan around what I'm doing because I'm always busy, always prepping, always planning, always talking to customers. I'm always engaging. So it's basically, at first it was very, very frantic. But over time, I decided, I needed to slow down and regroup.
Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. We thank you all for tuning in to this edition of Conversations Daily News. We'll be back with you guys on tomorrow with more news, Truth of the Day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich, and of course your Entertainment Spotlight. Until then, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Daily News today. Let's make it a great one.